In the last session, we have learned about specific fuel consumption of piston engine at the sea level, right? So we have done one problem also yesterday's lecture. So today we are going to see about how to calculate specific fuel consumption for a piston engine aircraft at various altitude. Okay, so how we are going to calculate. Okay, so I hope everyone is having the paper, pen and calculator with them, and those who are using laptop for taking notes, then you can use accordingly. Okay, so let's get into the lecture. So as the credit will always goes to Professor E.G. Tulapurkara sir only, and the data I have taken from IIT Madras NPTEL lecture. Okay, so I request all of you to note down the question. Obtain the power output and specific fuel consumption for the Lycoming engine, that is piston engine, when operating at 8,000 feet altitude with an RPM of 2,200 and manifold air pressure of 20 inches of mercury. Okay, so I am reading that question again. Obtain the power output and brake specific fuel consumption for Lycoming engine when operating at 8,000 feet altitude, RPM of 2,200 and manifold air pressure of 20 inches of mercury. Okay, so they have given altitude 8,000 feet with RPM 2,200 and manifold air pressure of 20 inches of mercury, right? So I hope you remember the graph yesterday, right? The performance chart which we have given for. So it is mentioned for Lycoming engine only with the configuration of 0360A, and in the left side the chart is given with sea level performance, and in the right side it is given with altitude performance. Whereas yesterday we have solved a problem how we have to solve for sea level performance, yesterday we have seen. So today we are going to see for the altitude performance. Okay, so we will solve first. I will be giving a basic suggestions with the example, one basic example. Remaining you have to solve and you have to give the answers. Okay. So we know that specific fuel consumption, that is BSFC, is given with fuel flow rate divided by BHP, whereas thrust specific fuel consumption, that is for jet engines, it is given with fuel flow rate divided by thrust. Okay. Right. So we are going to use this formula for this particular problem since we are taking piston propeller engine combination. Right. So we have to follow the some procedures. So I have given here step-by-step points how to use the performance chart to identify the specific fuel consumption and power output for an RPM and manifold pressure. Okay. So let's see the step-by-step. So first, even though we are calculating for 8,000 feet, right? So let first start with the sea level. So for sea level, if we are having a RPM of 2,200 and a manifold pressure of 20 inches of mercury, right? So the output is given. So let's get back to the chart. I am zooming in for your better view, right? Okay. So in this graph, right? So here it is given with respect to fuel consumption. This is with fuel consumption, and it is with brake horsepower, that is power output. Okay, so for us we have to take the power output first. So our manifold pressure is 20 inches of mercury, and in this graph 2200 rpm. So this is the point where we are looking for. Okay, so point B, it is marked as point B. Clear? Right? So if you are having any doubt in between, you just ask. Okay, so first step is with respect to sea level altitude, sea level performance, we are calculating the power output. Okay, so correspondingly we are drawing the power output, that is the dotted line which is indicating, right? Okay, so if I am drawing a straight line from this, so the corresponding power output is our BHP, that is lying between This is 90, here 80, 90, 100. So it is acting above the middle of this column, right? So we are marking approximately 97. Okay, so 97 bhp is the power output at the sea level. So in the first step we have derived that power output is 97.5 bh, and this is indicated by point B in the left hand side of the chart, and this side of the diagram is called sea level performance. Okay, so which I have already explained. Okay, so let's get into the second point. Transfer this point to the right hand side of the chart at the sea level, which is indicated by point C. Yes, the point C is the BHP 97.5. Right now we have seen, right, the data line which is done. So the right side of the diagram is altitude performance. Okay, so the right hand side of the diagram is altitude performance. So locate a point on the altitude curve corresponding to N 2200 and manifold air pressure, that is 20 inches of mercury. Okay, so this point is indicated by A. So in altitude performance chart, for the speed of RPM of 2200 and manifold pressure of 20 inches of mercury, we have to find and mark the intersecting point as A. Okay, so I am going back to the graph chart again. So now we have to see the altitude performance. Okay, so our 2200 curve is here, right, and 20 manifold pressure is mentioned here, right? So 20 manifold pressure is curve is like this. So this is our 2200 curve. So where it is intersecting, here it is intersecting, that point is taken as A. So I hope you can understand, right? So initially we have taken with respect to sea level and we have marked the corresponding sea level output. So now we are seeing in the altitude performance and we are marking the point A. Okay, right. So 2220. So I request all of you to note down the step-by-step procedure what we are doing. So then only you will be able to solve for other problems. Okay. So join points C and B by dotted line. Okay. So you just now join the points B and A, C and A with the dotted lines. So the value of 8000 feet on this line is the output H 8000. Okay. And corresponding to the N map. Okay, rotation, RPM and manifold pressure. So now I will go back to the slide graph again. Right. So A is marked in altitude performance. So now we are connecting the point C, that is C and A with the dotted line we have connected. Okay. So now we are going to see the altitude. So our request altitude is 8000 feet. Okay. So 8, it is given in thousands of feet. So kindly note it down. So from here I am drawing a straight line which is intersecting the dotted lines which connected the A and C point. Okay. Can you understand? So I am drawing a straight line which is intersecting the line which is drawn between A and C, and I am marking that as my D, point D. Okay, right. So from point D, if I draw a straight line towards power output, I have approximately drawn straight line. So if I am drawing a straight line to our BHP, horsepower, right, brake horsepower, so that value is the required, this point, right? So this value is our required power output at 8000 altitude. Can you understand? So 100 is given over here, 120 is here, so 110 will be here. So the point which we are drawing a straight line to the BHP curve, that is pointing around 107. Okay, so that's why in the slide it is mentioned the power output is 107 HP at an altitude of 8000 feet. Can you understand? In sea level it is 97 bhp or HP in 97 HP. In 8,000 feet, it is given as 107 HP. Okay, so the power required is increased at 8,000 feet altitude. Okay, right. So next one is to find the fuel flow rate, right? So we need to find the fuel flow rate first at the sea level performance we are going to find. So mark a point F on the sea level performance at 107 HP. Okay, so let's get back to the chart again. Right. So now I am going to draw a perpendicular line from D and I am extending to the sea level. See, I don't have a proper stylus, so my diagram is not going straight. My line is not going straight. So I request you to adjust and try to understand what I am expressing from here. So now I am extending towards to my the RPM 2200 curve. Okay, RPM 2200 curve from D point, right? That is corresponding to the 8,000 altitude. Okay, so corresponding to the 8,000 altitude, from here I am extending that line. So at this point I have calculated my brake horsepower 107 HP. So from here I am extending my line to sea level performance. Okay, brake horsepower. So I am marking that point as F. So if I am going down and I want to find the inlet pressure, so now the inlet pressure is also increased 21 inches of mercury, it is increased inlet pressure. Okay, so again if you see the RPM, that is 2200 curve. So now we have to find the intersecting point between the 2002 curve and the line which I have drawn with the manifold pressure, that is G. Okay, so that is marked as G. Okay, so if I find the fuel consumption perpendicular to here, right? So it is coming around 8 point something, 8 point something US gallon per hour. Okay, so now get back to the procedure. I hope you are noting down the step by step procedure. If you are not noted down, it will be confusing. So kindly note it step by step. Okay, right. So it's in the value, okay, 107, and we have identified that 21.2 inches of mercury. So the fuel flow rate corresponding to 22 RPM and 21.2 is 8.25 gallons, okay, per hour. Okay, so this point is indicated by G. Hence, at an altitude of 8,000 feet with a rotational speed of 2,200 RPM and with a manifold air pressure of 20 inches of mercury, that is this given data. So the power output is 107 HP and the fuel consumption rate is 8.25 gallons per hour. 8.25 gallons per hour. Okay. So suppose if you want to convert that into Newton per hour, we have to multiply with density and 9.81 of petrol. Clear? 232.5 Newton per hour of petrol. So when we are multiplying, changing gallons to Newton, that is US standard US unit to international standard unit, SI units. So you have to multiply by density of petrol into 9.81. Okay, so the Newton per hour is 232.5 Newton per hour. Okay, so horsepower is 107 HP. So if you convert that into kilowatt, multiply by 7.7, so approximately it will be 79.79 kilowatt. Okay, right. So from there we can easily find the specific fuel consumption. So divide the fuel flow rate divided by output power. So we'll be getting the fuel consumption is 2.914 Newton kilowatt per hour. Okay, per kilowatt per hour. Okay, right. So this is that for solution how we have to identify for the piston engine aircraft when it is flying at the altitude. Okay, so here the altitude is 8,000 and RPM is 2,200 and map pressure is 20 inches of mercury. Okay, so now I am going to give random options. So those who are answering, so I will be awarding this session will be conducted as a event itself. So still we are having 30 minutes time. So those who are answering correctly, I will be noting down and they will be announced as a winner and we will provide a certificate for that. Okay, right. So here I have given various configurations with same RPM and same map with difference in altitude. Okay, so now I request all of you to calculate for various altitude how much fuel flow rate, how much power output, how much specific fuel consumption. I need the answer. Okay, so this will be taken as a competition itself so that it will be interesting. And the next one is I have changed the, I have kept the altitude as constant, I have changed the RPM. Altitude and manifold air pressure is constant, I have changed the RPM. So I need corresponding specific fuel consumption. And the third tableau column is I have kept altitude and RPM as same and the manifold air pressure is changed. Okay, so now I need the specific fuel consumption. Okay, so those who are answering correctly for this three variations will be giving some awards. Okay, right. So any doubt, you are having half an hour time. Any doubt you can ask. Sorry, I have turned on the chat. If you are having any doubt, you can ask. So please show the graph once more. Okay. So I will do one thing. I will share this in the our Aero Daily WhatsApp group also, right? So if you are solving there, you can zoom that at least, because I cannot zoom for everyone's convenience, right? I can't able to zoom for everyone's convenience. So I'll be sharing to your WhatsApp group. It is getting uploaded in the group. Okay. See, this is not the time, Benjir. This is not time to explain again. I request you to take the screenshot of each and everything. So you can either take the screenshot. I have shared the uh, file in the Aero Daily group, right? So you take the screenshot and take the step-by-step procedure. So kindly take the screenshot of the step-by-step procedure and read it and give the answer. I request all of you to take either take screenshot, or if you have already written, that is better. So try to find for different altitude, 5,000, 7,000, 9,000 and 10,000. And give me the answer of fuel flow rate, power output. I'm giving the option of Audio also. So you can solve and you can give the answer. Steps 1, 2, 3. Kindly take the screenshot of this page. Kindly take the screenshot of this page. I will send the today's PDF also. Don't worry. I will send the today's PDF in the WhatsApp group Aero Daily 8.0. So you can download that also. Fourth step, it is given over here. Have you noted down? Have you noted down? So kindly give me the answers for 5,000 feet. Kindly give the answer. See, we don't have a accurate graph. We are having approximate graph. So take the value approximately. Okay. So to draw the straight line, you can use your scale. Just keep it in a laptop or mobile screen. Use the scale and try to identify the value. BSFC at 5,000 feet. Kindly calculate and answer how much it is. You can give the answer in the chat box itself, no issue. In the poll, you just answer whether it is less than value of 8,000 feet or greater than the value of 8,000 feet. Calculate, then answer. Don't roughly answer. Calculate, then answer. Akriti Sham, what was the answer you are getting? Kindly put it in the chat box. Aman Kumar, what was the answer you are getting? Kindly put it in the chat box. Deeparka Saga, kindly give the answer in the chat box. Value, how much BSFC value you are getting? Krishna, Somdeep Burman, kindly answer in the chat box. Sudha, kindly give the answer in the chat box. Value of answer, BSFC value. Those who are giving in the poll, that is good, but type the value in the chat box also. So let me check whether you have calculated or not. We are not. I'm not asking fuel flow rate. You just give the BSFC. So since we are having less time now, so you just give BSFC. Come on, don't be lazy here. Give me the answer. Those who are given in the poll, kindly give me the answer of BSFC. Zero 0.51, 0.58. Others? Kindly, those who have calculated, just move to the next one. 7,000 feet. Okay, that's great. That's great. Segar and Shanaksha, Dibarga Saha, good. So try to find for 7,000 feet and move on. 9,000 and 10,000. See, only 15 minutes is left. I need at least these 4 answers, proper 4 answers, so that we can conclude the session with some good inference. .53 for sound clear. Good, good. So kindly others also check the answer whether you are getting the same. Kindly give the answer in the poll, chat, and even few of you have not solved for 5,000 itself. Yes, Debarga sir, you can ask any question. Harshit Kumar, Jashwant, Milan, kindly answer. Prahar, Ramesh, Riptapan Singh, doing okay. Good, Sudha, good, good. Next, 9,000. Kindly calculate for 9,000.
Hello, sir.
Yes, who is this?
Benjit, sir.
Sorry, Benjir. Okay, Benjir, yes.
Sir, actually, sir, maybe after a long time, today I joined my class, sir. I don't understand anything, sir. Maybe
I
before 10th, I didn't join any class. Maybe I have
no,
problems, a personal
no.
problem.
Before 10th means August 10th.
So,
Yesterday you were there. Yesterday you were there.
no, sir, no.
Okay, okay, okay. Then you just it is already recorded here. You can watch the video once. No issue. I won't.
Okay, sir.
There is not a problem. Since you are came new, there is not a problem. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay, sir, okay, sir.
Okay. You just look into the previous lectures. It will be qualified.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Yeah. 0.54 for good. 0.54. 0.54. Great, great. Next, 10,000. Kindly others also check the value. Don't sit idle. Kindly check the answers. $0.55 for 10K. That's great. Okay. So from this, you can easily identify that what we have changed from the previous problem. Only we have changed the altitude. We have not changed the RPM. We have not changed the manifold air pressure, right? So when we are changing the altitude, how much the BSFC is changing? It is increasing. Okay. So as altitude increases, the specific fuel consumption will be increasing, right? The fuel flow rate will be increased. Okay. So that is one of the disadvantages. So as much as possible, we need to fly with a certain altitude, which will be giving better performance for us. Okay. So we need to identify at which altitude is better performance as. So with this graph or with this tableau column, if you ask me, then I will be going for 0.51. Okay, because by I need the best performance. Okay, similarly how we did calculator right now, we have to calculate for making altitude as constant. So I am not going to change that. My aircraft is going to fly in the 8,000 feet only, but I want to need to find which RPM is going to be suitable, because 8,000 feet means if you want to fly with Himalayan mountains, right? So 8,000 feet will be little bit okay, right? So if I want to fly with the 8,000 feet for longer time, and I want to find which RPM is better giving performance for my aircraft, then I'm just changing the RPM value, but I have given the manifold air pressure, the same manifold air pressure. So according to that, I will be finding the fuel flow rate and BSFC. Okay, right? So since we don't have time, the values are not yet listed, right? So based on that, how much my BSFC is changing, I will choose the perfect, which is giving better performance. Okay, so I will choose corresponding RPM and I will note it down. Okay, so here I have made the altitude constant. So kindly please note it there. So the third step, what I did, I have made altitude and RPM as same, and the manifold air pressure, intake air pressure, I have changed. Okay, so based on intake air pressure, so intake air pressure in the sense how you are going to design your proper, how you are going to design your inlet, right? So inlet of the engine, so how you are going to design and how it is going to respond, right? So from that 16 inches, 18 inches, 22 inches and 24 inches, right? So correspondingly we will be calculating the BSFC, and based on that, the lowest BSFC I will be taking as a better performance. Then then I will compare the which manifold pressure I need to fly. Okay, so by the comparison of three data which I have taken, so first is with respect to altitude, second is with respect to RPM, third is with respect to manifold pressure, air pressure. Okay, so by changing these three factors simultaneously or randomly, right? So here we have made constant 8,000, right? 8,000 instead of 8,000, I may from here I have calculated 5,000 is giving better performance. So in order to get more better specific fuel consumption, so I will fix with 5,000 feet. So I will try to change these two factors. So these two factors which I am going to get lesser than the 0.51. Okay, lesser than the 0.51. If I get with let's say 2000 RPM is giving lesser specific fuel consumption of a value of 4.9. Okay, right? And if I'm having a 16 inches, then it is giving again it is giving lesser. Okay, but I'm just giving approximately values, so don't consider that this is the correct values and that. Okay, so I'm just approximately giving. So if it is giving 0.35, so that indicates that whatever the parameters I have chosen for 5000, so when the pilot is flying at 5000, he has to maintain the RPM of 2000 and inlet pressure. If it is 16 inches of mercury, then our specific fuel consumption will be good and our aircraft performance will good and it can fly for longer duration. The time endurance of flight can be determined easily. Clear with that? So that's why the specific fuel consumption. So according to that, fuel flow rate and power output is we are going to get, right. So specific fuel consumption is going to give that factor. Okay, right. So if you have any doubt, you can ask. Since we don't have time, we cannot able to finish the problem. So no issue. We will try to finish in the later part. Okay. So good work, Sekhar and Sudha, and those who have solved that correctly. uh, Debarga Saha and Shanaksha, you have given at least the answer in the chat. Good. Okay. So any doubt we can discuss since we are having 2 minutes. Okay, Pushkin. Next time I will come.
Sir,
Yes, dear.
sir, actually, I was completing the table and I got disconnected, and I did not see that. Actually, I was viewing that graph in another tab. That's why I couldn't see that.
No issue, no issue, no issue. See, you can try your best. No issue. No issue, Ganesh Mohan. No issue. Don't worry. So the time limit is also very less, and everyone knows you are working in from, you are learning from home. So that's not a
Sir,
problem. Don't
sir,
worry.
last time the same thing happened, but I was marked absent for this kind of thing.
No, actually, that's what I'm again saying that attendance is not with me. I have taken the data from Blackboard and I'm marking in the COMS. That's it. There is a rule, strict rules they have told that
Sir,
you don't change
sir,
anything.
is it my fault, sir?
Of course, it is not your fault. Whether it is my fault.
Sir, I'm not blaming you, but sir, that's not fair with us, sir.
That's what I'm saying. You raise this queries in CR meeting, and when Shifali ma'am is conducting meeting, you raise these queries.
Sir,
It has,
I told them, but they said that we can't do anything. Talk to HOD, sir, and same thing HOD sir said we can't do anything. Talk to that. Uh,
e-governance.
yeah, yeah.
That's why I'm saying now. See, from management point of view,